Here we have a quadratic, a parabola. We know that because if we were to fill this out, we'd have something in the format of ax squared plus bx plus c, even if we have the variable constant b. So we wouldn't know exactly where to graph this thing, but we still know it's a parabola. And if a parabola has a minimum value, then we know that it's an upward opening parabola. And let's go ahead and start finding the vertex, which would give us the minimum value. The x value of the vertex could be negative b over 2a if it's in an ABC format, but the x value of the vertex could also be the average of the zeros if it's in a factored format, which it is here. So the zeros are the x-intercepts. They're what you get when y equals 0. So to imagine that, you can set the y equal to 0, and it puts you in a position of doing the zero product rule, which says that if these two parentheses multiply to 0 with the b, of course, then one of them must have been 0. So you set them both equal to 0 according to the zero product rule, and you get x minus 5 is 0, x plus 9 is 0. Add 5 to both sides here, take away 9 from both sides here, and you're going to get 5 and negative 9 as the zeros. Those would be the two places where this parabola would hit the x-axis. Just imagine hitting at 5 and negative 9. We now know it looks something like this to be more specific. And without knowing the value of b, we already know that the vertex would have to be the symmetrical middle between the 5 and the minus 9. So to do that mathematically, we just take the average of 5 and negative 9, and that's going to give us the x value of our vertex. So that's negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. And so if this question asks, what's the x value of the vertex, or where can we find the vertex, you could say at x equals negative 2. But if we're looking for the y value of the vertex, that means we're plugging in negative 2. So the fancy way to say that is f of negative 2, or g of negative 2, since it's a g of x. This function is called g of x, not f of x. So that's going to be b times negative 2 minus 5 times negative 2 plus 9. So b times minus 7 times positive 7, and it's negative 49b, which is answer choice B in this question.